Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood for YouTube, back with another video for you guys and gals. I'm here to talk about the Halloween trilogy, Charlie Bowles, and all that shit. Can you compare Charlie Bowles to Michael Myers? No, you really can't, and here's why. Because we don't know enough about Charlie Bowles. Here's what little we do know about Charlie Bowles. Charlie Bowles murdered his family 15 years prior to 1970. Okay, when the groundskeeper is saying this, here's how I took that. That Charlie Bowles murdered his family the same night Michael Myers murdered his sister. I also take it that Charlie Bowles murdered his family at the same time Michael murdered his sister. Now you might say, well, Charlie Bowles murdered his family. Michael murdered his sister. Here's the issue with this. If that's the case, I'm not saying it is. If that's the case, if Charlie Bowles committed the murder and Michael committed his murder at the exact same time and date, then one has nothing to do with the other. Because here's the other big issue concerning Charlie Bowles. What the fuck did he do afterwards? What did he do after he murdered his wife and his two kids? I assume Charlie Bowles was, let's see, I'll go 48. I'm just giving him an age because I have to at least establish an age, right? So we'll give him 48, maybe 47. I'll make him 1 year younger just for disparity. Michael Myers, we know his age. He was 6. We know his history. We're meant to know it for a reason because he's the focus, not Charlie. Does Halloween 2018 do anything to talk about Charlie Bowles? No. Does Halloween Kills do anything to talk about Charlie Bowles? Halloween Kills? No. Does Halloween Ends do anything to talk about Charlie Bowles? No. That is the issue. We know very little about Charlie Bowles and what he did after. Now, did he kill himself? We don't know. Did he murder other people? We don't hear of any other murders, but then again, we don't hear anything about Charlie Bowles either. We only hear about Michael Myers. Now, how do I take this? That Michael Myers and a middle-aged man murdering his family, what trumps the one trumps the other? And why does one 6-year-old kid murdering his sister trump a middle-aged man murdering his family? Well, the question's answered right there. Michael Myers was 6 years old. 6-year-old kids generally don't commit murder, but this one did. Charlie Bowles, a middle-aged man committing murder, it's nothing new. Do I think Charlie Bowles killed himself? Yes. I'll give that opinion right now. Yes, I do. Because we hear absolutely dick about him afterwards. And therein lies the problem, too. Even when you're getting into Corey, and I'll get into 2018 here in a second, Michael Myers did not stop at murdering his sister. He got out of the sanitarium, murdered a tow truck worker who's not related to him, murdered Bob, Linda, and Annie who aren't related to him. So clearly, there's no real family connection here. Because if we're going to say that Charlie Bowles offed himself after killing his family, which I gotta believe he did, because there's again we don't hear any more about him. Why ain't you hearing any more about him? Because he's probably dead. Now, when it pertains to Michael, he murders Bob, he murders Linda, he murders Annie. He tries to kill Lori. He gets captured. I'm going off the 2018 timeline. He spends 40 years in the sanitarium. 40 more years. Okay. 2018. I'm going to stop right there. I'll get back to that. Corey Cunningham, right? Does Corey Cunningham start off by murdering his family? No. There's the big difference there, too. We only hear about Charlie Bowles murdering his family. Michael started off, murdered his sister. The first person I believe Corey murders is the doctor. That's who I believe he murders. So when you get into that, yes, I'm not saying he doesn't murder his family. He murders his, mother. Okay. He also murders the kids who were agitating, who were teasing him. Michael kills the cop. The Corey, you can give the assist to Corey, I guess. Again, I don't count the homeless guy. It's in self-defense. I don't count the little kid. It was an accident. If you do, you do. Um, Let me think. So Corey is completely different from Charlie Bowles and Michael Myers. If it's all connected, why doesn't it start off the same? You could look there and say Charlie Bowles and Michael Myers start off similar because they each kill their family, or at least Bowles kills his immediate family, Michael kills his sister. Corey does not start off killing his mother or a member of his family. If this is a true case of copying one killer from the other, then it should start off similar. This is why I say Corey Cunningham was not a planned character, because he wasn't. Here's where that leads me to 2018. 2018, Danny McBride, David Gordon Green. This is grounded in reality. That's what they wanted. And no, I'm not just meaning the first movie. Here's the problem. After 2018, sometime during Kills, maybe even sometime during 2018, there were too many cooks in the kitchen. You had John Carpenter chiming in. You had Jamie Lee Curtis chiming in. You had Jason Blum chiming in. Then in Halloween Kills, they had another writer to the team. Here's the problem with having another writer. Is that writer going off David Gordon Green's outline? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. Again, 2018, no mention of Charlie Bowles. Kills, no mention of Charlie Bowles. Ends. There's no mention of this character. The only time the character is ever mentioned is in the original. And it's so brief. It's so brief. What do you know? He killed his wife and his kids. That's what you know. Even in the wiki, he killed his wife and his kids. I assume that's the same way it was meant to be in the goddamn movie. In 1978. when they mention it in 78. Remember, 15 years ago from 78, 1963. I assume it's Halloween night. If not, then when the hell was it? When was it? If you're going to have this, if this was your plan the whole time, I'm not talking Corey. I'm talking the Charlie Bowles, the Michael Myers. If this is your connection, then why isn't there more mention of Bowles? Why is Michael's Essence where it can be passed not done in 2018 to Dr. Sartain? Because they never had the intent to do this. Because they wanted this grounded in reality. That's a fact. That's not fiction. That's not me giving my goddamn opinion. But yet there are people out there who want to sit there and say, well, I need to give this another look. No, I'm giving you facts. Fact. David Gordon Green, Danny McBride. We're going to keep this grounded in reality. Reality. Is Christine reality? No, it's not. It's fucking fiction. It's science fiction. Whatever you want to say. It deals in possession. It's supernatural. If this was the plan, then you lay the seeds in the first film. Or at least lay them in fucking kills, which you didn't even do. The people screaming evil dies tonight isn't laying the seeds because the only person they kill is a fucking mental patient. And really, he jumps. He commits suicide. The mob doesn't fucking brutally murder him. He jumps. Again, this is an issue. And it's called lack of consistency. Where the fuck is the consistency? Where is it? It's not here because it was never meant to be a part of their story. Corey Cunningham is created out of desperation. Is he a bad character? No. Look, as a writer, new characters are created all the time in franchises. That's nothing new. It's really not. But at the same time, it's not always about creating a new character. It's about what you know you're going to say. And if you honest to God knew you were going to say this 2 films later, then you should have said, hey guys, we need to establish this here so we have that to fall back on. They don't. They don't. Dr. Sartain, if Dr. Sartain was knelt down by Michael Myers and Michael sits up and grabs him while Sartain pulls that little knife thing out, whatever the hell that was, if he would have grabbed Sartain and unleashed the evil, transferred it, whatever you want to say, and then Hawkins shoots Myers, and then Hawkins says, Dr. Sartain, are you okay? And then you see Sartain stab fucking Hawkins and kill him, actually kill him, then okay, then you would have had something. Then you would have had something. You don't. Because then Sartain could have jerked open the door and tried to kill Allison, but Allison gets away by kicking him in the nuts. You don't have this in your movie. There's nothing to fall back on. And even if you say Charlie Bowles is falling back, again, where is he mentioned in 2018? Where is he mentioned in Kills? Where is he mentioned in Ends? If you're really going, if this is your plan, it's not. It's not their plan. It wasn't their plan to begin with. Their plan was to keep this grounded in reality. They did not do that when kills happened, and they damn sure didn't do it when ends happened. So when you ask me what my issue is with this trilogy, they weren't consistent with their own shit. James Jude Courtney did a great job playing Michael Myers. I'm taking nothing away from him. But Danny McBride and David Gordon Green were not consistent going off the 2018 movie. Yes, I would say they kept him grounded in reality in 2018. Yes, I'm giving them that. But they didn't stay consistent to it. They convoluted it. They're the writers. Here's a newsflash. Don't add writers to your own outline. And again, here's my other big issue. Even though I know COVID delayed it, it was still rushed. I would dare say Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends was rushed. And that became the problem. Yes, Kills in 2018 is a better movie than Ends, but that ain't saying much. It really isn't. When you can't stay consistent to your own ideology of keeping the character of Michael Myers grounded in reality, then the problem isn't me. The problem is the writing was shit. You couldn't stay consistent. You couldn't stay consistent because you had no concept going forward. Halloween is a real simple formula. You take Michael Myers, you have him stalk people. He's there 1 minute, he's gone the next. He's there 1 minute, he's gone the next. And then he murders the people he stalks. It's a real simple formula. No one should fuck it up. No one. The problem is when you over convolute your own story that you started in 2018 when going off of 1978, it becomes a problem. That's the problem with this trilogy. The structure they had, whatever the fuck that was, because it wasn't what you saw in Ends. It wasn't. Because had it been, then there would have been more seed laying in the two movies we saw. Or at least one of them. I'm just saying, give me one mention of Charlie Bolts. Tell me something more about Charlie Bolts than what we heard in 78. If Charlie Bolts is a part of this new trilogy in any way, shape, and form, and I'm not meaning that to pun it or be sarcastic, if he is any way involved in this current trilogy, then why aren't you talking about Charlie Bolts? Why? Because he's not. Charlie Bowles was somebody who was brought up in a conversation just to say, oh, every town has something like this. Okay, maybe so. But here's the issue. It keeps happening in Haddonfield. Michael continues to murder people. He murders people in 1978. He murders people in 2018. Whether it's 2018 or Kills, because Kills in 2018 are supposed to take place in the same night. 2019, did he murder anybody? I assume he murders the guy in the bush. Now, he doesn't cap anybody. Michael Myers doesn't use a gun. And if he did, Barnabas, buddy. Someone's a better shot. But no, Michael doesn't use a gun. Someone else shot that guy, right? Now, again, Bowles is not mentioned in any of the trilogy. He's not. I don't give a damn about the novels. Novels aren't usually canon to the fucking movie. They're different from the movie. When you watch Jaws the movie, is it the same as the book? No. There's the tiniest bit of difference. Look, had they actually established any of what I just said, then I would give them credit. I would gladly give them credit, but I can't. I can't give them credit for something they didn't do. It doesn't matter what Corey does. It only would have mattered had they established Charlie Bowles to Michael Myers to Corey Cunningham. Again, does Bowles murder his family? Yes. Does Michael Myers start off murdering his sister? Yes. Does Corey Cunningham start off murdering his family? No. It's not the same. Again, I don't need to watch garbage a second time. Trash is trash. Period. When something is shit, it's shit for a reason. Had it been good, I would have praised it. Had they stayed true to what they said in 2018, we're going to keep this grounded in reality. Okay, I give you credit. You kept it grounded in reality in 2018. But you didn't stay true to that. You didn't stay true to that. Why? Why? Why didn't you stay true to that formula? Look, it's one thing to say Michael Myers has a strong will to live. It's one thing to say Michael Myers gets lucky. That I can believe. He gets lucky in 1978. He has a strong will to live in 1978. Getting shot 6 times. He lived. The doctors took the bullets out. They stopped the bleeding. He lives. That's a strong will to live. That I can buy. That's not supernatural. Halloween Kills. He gets shot. He gets stabbed. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing here? Halloween Ends. It just, he gets his throat slit, his wrist slit. Oh, let's throw him in the grinder. Let's make sure he's dead enough. He's not fucking supernatural. He's not supernatural, remember? How much more dead do you want him to be? It's ridiculous. All this was about, all this ended up being about was Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to always wanted Laurie Strode to be the one to kill Michael Myers. You don't believe me? Go look back at H2O. H2O. Jamie Lee Curtis did not know there was a clause, a rule that you could not kill Michael Myers. And no, do I think she's wrong for not knowing it? No. She had her own life. She had her own career. Why should she know what's going on in the goddamn franchise? She only knows when it concerns her character. And that's fine. I don't look at her like she's stupid. It's like, okay, she didn't know the rule. Fine. She wanted to kill Michael Myers in 1998. She wanted Laurie Strode to do it then. So when she came back, I said, well, we know what this is going to be. She's going to kill Michael Myers. And guess what happened and ends? She killed Michael Myers. It's too predictable. If you want it unpredictable, I said this. Let Corey kill him. Let me ask this. Was anybody honestly looking for Michael Myers in Halloween Ends? No. No. No one was looking for him. So when Corey takes the mask, and if he would have killed Michael Myers and is out there dressed like Michael killing, but no one knows it, and then he starts telling people, well, maybe Michael's come back, maybe Michael's come back. He uses Michael's MO, and he's lying about being the murderer, which he does do in the movie. I give that to him. He says to Allison, I don't know why your grandmother's following me. Bullshit, bro. You know why. I love the lie. But at the same sense, if you're going to have that and have him take the mask to keep up the anonymity so he can continue to lie to Allison, then okay, what difference did it make if Corey would have killed Michael? Honest to God. None. It wouldn't have made a damn bit of difference. Because then you could have continued this series. Then you could have said, oh shit, now we do have someone who's truly evil, because not only are they a fucking murderer, they're a liar to boot. And he's being believed by the one woman who loves him. That's a new fucking direction. And what did they do with that new direction? Again, I didn't write it, but I'll be the asshole, I guess. I'll be the asshole that calls this shit. Because it is. It's purely and simply shit. And yes, that was intentional. When you have no real concept to begin with, you often end up with a shitty product to end the franchise on, to end their trilogy on. And they did. They really did. Would I have minded if Corey killed Michael? If Corey Cunningham would have killed Michael? No, I've said they should have had Corey Cunningham kill Michael. There was no point to keep him around. Other than what? Other than what? Laurie kill Michael. When you look up the definition of pointless, you are sure to see this trilogy under the fucking definition. Because that's exactly what the fuck it became. It may have not started off as that. I'll give it that much. But it ended up being that. And that's my big issue. If you come to me and say, I'm going to keep this grounded in reality, I'm not going to have this sister connection. I said, fine, I'm fine with that. Then don't. Don't have the sister connection. Keep it grounded in reality. Fine. I gave them that pass. You heard me say it on this video that, hey, Michael has a strong will to live. I could see that in 2018. So when I hear the words, I'm unfair, think about that next time. I've been absolutely fair with this trilogy. I gave it every goddamn chance in the book. And still, at the end of the day, they had shit. And they knew it. They knew it. That's all there is to it. You can disagree with me all you like. I'll respect your opinion. But you're never going to change my mind that this was one rolling dumpster fire from the start. Because that's all they had. They had Nothing. And they ended up with garbage and with a garbage concept. All right, guys, you have a good day.